Hey. I think, yeah, like, right. I mean, I chose some copyright-free music today. Yes, wait a minute. You can't take that. Y'all almost caught me, honey. Y'all almost caught me about to say something I always be saying. Something I always be saying. Just thanking God. All right, well, you know what? Let me burn some sage. Welcome back. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Okay. Happy winter solstice, everyone. Sagittarius, you know what? I got you. You know, I was supposed to do a reading for you for this month. I did do a reading for your season. What are we calling you? Nutcase? Nut chopper? You know what? This is giving me very Capricorn season right now. Very Capricorn season. You know what I mean? Just come on now. Come on with it, Capricorn season. Come on with it, Saturn. Come on with it, being exalted in Libra. Okay? You giving me Cavalier, honey. Giving me Soldier. Giving me Mars, exalted in Capricorn. Okay? Creating a boundary, honey. Shit. Well, we're burning sage right here. Got some candles in the background. This one has finally, you know, gotten its mojo, its thing going. We got one over there too. I really love that one. That one is like black pepper and cedar. Amazing. What? You guys, hi. The cat is up in here. The cat be making sounds like, sometimes he sound like he unpacking groceries. Sometimes it sound like he come and ask me a damn question down the hall. Child, I don't even know. He just be acting like a person, bitch. I be looking at him like, what are you thinking about? You thinking about some shit. Like, what are you thinking about? Ooh, child. Hello, everyone. If you have never seen me before, if you have never been to this channel, my name is Kendrick. My name is Kendrick, and this is Providence Tarot. But I am also an astrologist, an astrologer, whatever you call it. Yes. And I do have some chart readings for people this week. So I am an astrologer. And I also am a tarot reader. I am an artist in many different ways. And I am also a lover of animals. I am a Libra. And I got a lot of stuff going on in my first house. And I have a water moon. I don't know what else to tell you. You're getting it here. This is going to be a collective reading because I feel like that's what I want to do, you know? And then maybe I'll pull an oracle card for each sign, you know? Because I'm known for going through the zodiac in a minute flat. But I've also been known to do a little bit of this and that. Work, intuition, so listen to your gut, don't get stuck. Hello, what's going on with these rhymes tonight? Also, this is talking about trusting that the universe is going to show you what your options are, and it's going to show you, you know, something that you need to see. You know what I mean? Because this is talking about your sensibility, your innate sensibilities, right? What are you sensing? How are you sensing it? How is it something being shown to you? Sometimes things aren't going to be shown to you in the obvious ways that you would like to see them shown to you. You have to be able to use your discernment, see the subtext, maybe read between the lines, if you will. This is connected to the Gemini full moon, because Gemini definitely can read between the lines. It creates the lines, honey. Right? This is talking about making a connection between the real world and the spiritual world. You know, your waking life and your spiritual, if that makes any sense, right? This is also accepting something. Accepting what has been shown to you already. You know, the truth has already been shown to you. Through your intuition, through your gut feeling, through the fact that something hasn't changed. You know, also it's connected to releasing and healing. So we're releasing things and we're healing from them. The Four of Pentacles is talking about self-reliance. It's also talking about transformation through the materialization of something and how your life changes through the materialization of something or through the manifestation of something, right? The introduction of something into your life that changes it forever, okay? This is Karmic Transformations. All right, this is connected to, you know, power, financial power, being in a good position financially, okay? Being in control of your finances, all right? Understanding that your finances are connected to your emotions and your emotions are connected to your finances, okay? Yeah. These are like sort of remedies, solutions to a problem that you may have had financially or something in your real life, you know. It's great. So the materialization of something for some of you has put you in a position of power, or, you know, maybe this is stability that is coming into your life, right? This is also definitely connected to the energy of Taurus, okay? Sometimes we have to see something to believe it, right? And that's what this is connected to, seeing it and believing it. You know, this is Pisces, rules the eyes. I have to see it to believe it, you know? Both of these cards are connected to Taurus, okay? Which is like believing that anything is possible, okay? Through hard work, through dedication, with the Seven of Pentacles here. Trial and error, right? This is also, you know, trial and error are part of the road to success, to victory, okay? Goes hand in hand. You have to take the good with the bad, you know? Sometimes you're gonna have a season where things aren't as fruitful, or things won't be as sweet, or things won't be as ripe, or maybe you'll have a low harvest, right? Maybe it's a really good one though. Maybe it's a really good crop, but like a small harvest, you know? You just have to be ready for things to shift at any moment, right? Especially with the Saturn and Taurus, okay? And that is you being prepared for anything, right? Preparing yourself financially, okay? This is saving for a rainy day, or just saving so that you can have that, you know, that safety net, maybe, perhaps. Because I feel like this is connected to safety net. This is also connected to like understanding that anything can happen and anything is possible, right? This is hard work that pays off, okay? Because it is Saturn and Taurus. And it is connected to the energy of Mars and balance, okay? Connected to the energy of Venus, which is pleasure, okay? connected to the energy of Sagittarius moving forward. So no matter how hard it gets, and no matter what mistakes you make, you know what I mean? You got to keep it moving, right? And this is also connected to discipline, okay? The Seven of Pentacles, right? So you've had to be disciplined by Saturn, okay? So that you could, you know, change your ways in some kind of way. Look, there's so many fucking cards here. Let me just flip them over and continue to shuffle because I can't go through all those cards. I'm trying to get to Dwayne Reed. This is a reading for the collective. I was supposed to be done like pretty soon. Let's go through it. Let's see if we can get this done pretty quickly. And maybe I'll just put a separate video for the oracle cards. That's what I'm gonna do because I need to get my to Dwayne Reed. See, the cat is right up there. It's staring off into space. And I'm like, what the hell are you thinking about? Okay, let me shuffle one more time. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. You know, I post shorts and videos. Dancing, because dance is very spiritual for me. So many ways. Hi. I guess I am your dancing tarot reader. Everybody dances though, right? All right, so let's cut this. Let's cut this out, honey. And let's look at what's going on. We got the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so processing emotions. This is talking about emotional, seeking pleasure, right? Yes. It's also the environment that you put yourself around, right? You're sensitive to your environment, right? So be mindful of who you give your energy to, who you share your energy with. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to put up those emotional boundaries so that you can keep yourself emotionally, I don't know, free of the downward pull of other people, right? Understanding how much of your time and energy to give to people or to offer. The Three of Cups is Venus in Cancer. You know, so some of you are feeling really good about the time and the space that you are in right now, which is great because it does talk about emotional maturity. It talks about emotional growth. It talks about emotional well-being that is associated and attributed to emotional growth, okay? And boundaries that are put up. The Three of Cups is Venus in... No, it is not. It is Mercury, and I'm sorry, but it is still connected to Venus because it is a 3. So we're talking about pleasure that comes from, you know, seeking, right? Seeking pleasure. And also conversations with people that we love, care about, that, you know, we sort of find ourselves having these, I don't know, creating these memories with. You know, this is talking about creating new memories, right? A new chapter of creating new memories, new era of your life. This is also connected to making new friends, okay? Some of you are really getting very much connected to your siblings again, right? With the Three of Cups being here. Because it is Mercury in Cancer, it is Mercury literally being in its 2nd house where it originates, right? I believe. Which is connected to the senses, right? And like the essence, okay? So the essence of your life right now is one that is very, I don't know, you're vibing, okay? The energetic flow is continuous with the Three of Cups, because this water is nice and pleasantly, you know, it's clean, right? So we're feeling cleansed of some type of energy here. Okay, there are butterflies here, there are lotuses here, right? It's a spring. Okay. We love this. We're having a Cancer full moon that's going to be coming up pretty soon. All right. Three of Cups is talking about overcoming emotional obstacles. You no longer have those same issues or those same problems that you once did. You know, this is your inner child healing some of those emotional wounds, right? This is also an opportunity to heal. Definitely. You're being positioned and given the opportunity to heal. Okay? And new memories are being formed. Okay? That's very beautiful. And you are allowing yourself to be vulnerable again in some kind of way, or you're finding yourself being vulnerable with people that you love and you respect, or that you admire in some kind of way, because you learn from them, or you are encouraged to be a better version of yourself, right? In some kind of way with this Three of Cups. That's what I get from it, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and turn over the card that is in the center. It's the Nine of Pentacles. So this is definitely, you know, Venus again. So we're talking about seeking pleasure on your own. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is like, I don't need anyone else to make me happy. I can make myself happy, and I can do the things that I love to do, and I don't need anyone else to, you know, validate me in any kind of way. I feel like a lot of people are spending the holidays in a very, I don't know, maybe a non-traditional way, perhaps. This is Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury, and it is connected to adaptability, okay? So you are adapting to changes within yourself, definitely. And you're learning how to be this more, I don't know, solid, self-reliant, dependable version of yourself for yourself. You know, you're doing it for yourself. Sisters are doing it for themselves. Like that kind of thing. You're no longer worried about the opinions of other people. You know, you're not even letting anyone else hold you back. You know, look at the birds here. The birds indicate liberty. Birds indicate freedom, you know. So the things that you care about and the things that you spend your time doing, that you don't see them as, you know, obstacles or distractions, right? This is kind of like healthy distractions, right? So this card wants you to get in line with your healthy distractions again, which is kind of like healthy hobbies that you do. You know what I mean? Things that are very good to your mental well-being, okay, your psychological well-being and your emotional well-being too. You know, you're seeing a different side of life that matters to you, that you know, you just weren't able to appreciate before because you weren't at the stage in your life. Okay, so you had to learn some things so that you could reappreciate some things about yourself all over again, or reappreciate some things about, you know, the other sides of who you are, right? This is maturity, okay? And you are really relaxing and feeling comfortable in this evolved state, this evolved person that you've become, right? This state of maturity, okay, that you've evolved into, okay? You find yourself on a new path, right? At a different stage in your life, on a new path. And you are feeling good about that because it is Venus, right? And it is in Virgo. So you are digesting some things, you're processing some things, you are soaking some things in, you know? And this talks about like a lot of experiences that have led to this point. You know, you've done a lot of work and you're being sort of rewarded here. A lot of you are. What is the challenge? Some of you are liking being single and you really value it. Okay, and the Three of Cups is here. Okay, Two of Wands is crossing the Nine of Pentacles. That's great. So the challenge or the immediate influence is, you know, getting out of your comfort zone with the Two of Wands. Being more comfortable with your wild side, okay? Because that's what the Two of Wands says to me. Being more comfortable with your wild side. Being unapologetic about, you know, the things that you do that make you who you are as an individual, you know, that give you your essence, okay? Once in a lifetime kind of like version of you, right, that you're experiencing now. Okay, think of it as that way, right? This is the one time that you're going to be able to be this person in this life, right? You may not have the same talents or skills in the next life that you live, right? So see yourself as being unlimited, right? So the challenge is that you had to sort of realign yourself with yourself and see how you were unlimited, okay? With this Two of Wands being here, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so this is like balance within yourself, seeking balance within yourself, right? It's no one else's responsibility but yours to learn about the things that make you who you are. You know, this is not forgetting to have fun and to flirt with life and to see life as, you know, an adventure to be had, okay? And don't get in your own way. That's what this is connected to. And not letting other people get in your way either, right? And I'm not talking about being relentless or anything like that, because this is a card of optimism. It's also a card of beauty, okay? Because it's a two, right? So it's getting in touch with your wild nature, wild innocence. Yes, the Star card. Okay, this is in the recent past, but it's definitely influencing the present, which is beautiful because this is Aquarius, and then we have Virgo in the center, okay? And we have Two of Wands crossing that, and that has the energy of like the esoteric rulership of Mercury in the first house of Aries, you know? So it's like, lead with the impulse, trust your impulse, you know, that's what the Two of Wands says. And the Nine of Pentacles says that you are ready to trust the impulses and trust the first, you know, instinct or, you know, understanding that now you're better, you're more seasoned. So sometimes your instinct has improved, you know, it's sharpened. I want you to understand that. And then we have the Star card here, which is like not being afraid to be an individual thinker. You know, be confident about your eccentricities. Be confident about the things that make you a little peculiar and don't align you with the status quo, really. You have to be proud of your idiosyncrasies, right? The Star card is talking about quiet confidence, okay? Because it's opposite Leo energy. You know, quiet confidence, strength of knowing, you know, the power that you definitely possess, but it's effortless power, you know what I mean? With this being an air card, and then it's an 8, so it is definitely connected to, you know, control and power. Okay, it's a quiet power, a quiet control that you possess. And you have the power to transform people's mind, people's perspectives, okay? With whatever it is that you do. And this is talking about hidden talents too, the Star card here. Very much hidden talents, okay? You know, goals oriented. Your hopes and your wishes and your goals are connected to your hidden talents, and they are connected to the essence of who you are, right? Because, you know, that's why we can have like 400 100,000 people who can be artists, but it's how they are presenting their art, or it's their perspective and how that helps them present their art in a different way, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Because the star card is everything that isn't kind of manufactured by a controlled entity or anything like that, you know? This is something that is completely individual, right? And the star card is also talking about pulling away. It does have the energy of the Three of Cups, you know what I mean? Like the Three of Cups is not too far away from the star card to me, you know what I mean? And it's only because it's a 3, so it's connected to the 3rd house, right? And then this is also Mercury in Cancer, and Mercury is exalted in Aquarius, okay? So they're not too far from each other. You know, it talks about trust here, trusting yourself, right? And establishing balance within yourself, okay? And sometimes that doesn't have to come from other people, and it doesn't have to come from other people's approval, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I am seeking what? You know, what you seek is inside of you. You just have to discover that and allow that glow. Basically, it's shining from within, right? Because the 17 is an 8, so that's talking about deep, underneath the surface, right? Okay. 6 of Swords, which is Mercury and Aquarius. I just spoke about that energy. So this is like moving on from something that you might have been, you know, attached to, maybe emotionally attached to. But this is kind of like very like a smooth transition in some kind of way, shape, or form, you know. It is something that is like happening. You've taken in the experience. This is the appreciation for something that you have learned, okay, and you're moving on. So that's what's going on in the external world. You're moving on from some things have changed, you know what I mean? And this 6 is also talking about process, okay? So the process of something has taught you a lot, perhaps, and you're also innovating your life. Your life is changing. So sometimes, you know, change happens like when we feel like we are in the middle of a process, or when we feel like we are like, I don't know, we haven't really finished, you know? But this is karmic, and this is kind of like, it's a karmic adjustment that is happening, okay? And sometimes we have to deal with unexpected karmic adjustments that sort of like realign us. And sometimes we deserve it, you know what I mean? And we have to be willing to compromise with the energy that the universe presents to us if it's coming in the right time, with the 6 of Swords being here. You know? And it's adaptability that is taking place, right? All right, so let's look at what's going on in the internal. 7 of Pentacles, right? So in the emotional, you might have think that something failed, but it didn't. You know, it's teaching you a very valuable lesson about how to appreciate how you handle adversity, or how you deal with failure, or how you deal with the slowdown of energy, right? So sometimes Saturn will slow you down so that it can teach you something very valuable that you wouldn't have learned if, you know, you would have just kind of like sailed through it, you know? And this is talking about how that actually makes things sweeter. You know what I mean? This fruit needs to just kind of ripen a little bit more, right? To taste, okay? We're getting better and better. That's what this is talking about, improvements, because it's Earth that's moving forward. It's moving forward slowly, you know, but after you fail something, you improve at it, right? You take a test again, right? So don't get beside yourself, you guys. If you're taking a test and you feel like you failed it already, and this is your second time trying, you know, this is just pushing you to try harder or take a different angle. You know what I mean? Because this is kind of like opposition, okay? Opposition and control, perhaps, that's happening. So you feel like you felt like you were, I don't know, being held back in some kind of way, and it was affecting you emotionally, okay? But actually it taught you a lot. You know, it sweetened the fruit. it ripened the fruit. You know what I mean? And this is kind of like, what am I thinking about? Yes. It could be associated with burnout just because it's Saturn being, you know, in that position for itself. You know, working very hard or doing, you know, a lot at the same time, all at one time. You know, sometimes you have to minimize your workload or you have to manage things better. So this is saying like you're getting another chance, or you are, it is kind of like a second chance card, right? The Seven of Pentacles. But then it also is talking about how you manage things, okay? Some of you relationships, maybe the timing was off, you know? I don't know, the timing was off. Maybe someone was behaving childishly, or maybe someone just wasn't mature enough, you know, to sustain a relationship. Maybe some of you got fired from a job and it affected you emotionally, or maybe some of you got let go from a job and it affected you emotionally. Maybe some of you are ready to leave a job that you feel like you don't want anymore. You know what I mean? Right? It's almost like the next chance you get to create something else or to manifest something else, you're going to. If that makes any sense. Or some of you can't wait to get something over with, you know? Some of you just can't wait to get something over with the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, work. King of Pentacles here, you know? This is usually this is someone that you feel like, you know, you don't want to work for anymore, maybe, perhaps some of you on that end. But on the other end of this is, you know, manifesting the perfect job or the perfect working scenario, the perfect career scenario, just because the King of Pentacles is that. It is associated with, like, success and connected to, like, the Ten of Pentacles, all right? And very much connected to, like, I don't know, just being in a better position with yourself, okay? This definitely is like, you know, kind of feeling maybe stuck at a job, because it's in the position in the reading where it feels like what is pulling you back or holding you back, or what has kept you, you know, because this is kind of like the Saturn position in this reading, but it's Saturn, King of Pentacles. So it's kind of like the job is great. You've been relying on it and it's been providing you with some things, but it's almost kind of like you're doing it because you feel like you have to, you know, but back behind you, you really do want some kind of like change or something like that. But also the King of Pentacles is talking about someone that isn't necessarily doing bad. Like, they have everything that they need, and that's probably why you've stayed in this position that you've been in, because it's been providing you everything you need. But like underneath the surface, you're like, I want to do something more fun, or something that just kind of like makes that I'm more passionate about. You know what I mean? Because sometimes the King of Pentacles can get bored with what it's been doing. It wants to have a little bit of adventure. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I've been doing this for kind of like a long time, you know, or it feels like it deserves, right? Because the King of Pentacles has worked hard. It feels like it deserves a little bit of freedom. It wants to go off and take this break, you know what I mean? Because the Seven of Pentacles is here. It's like, I've been wanting to take this break, because the Seven is usually connected to like that energy of relaxation, you know, because it's like on the seventh day he rested, right? And that's when everything was done, or the work was done, right? But the Seven of Pentacles is also talking about, like, it is talking about work being done, wanting the work being done, anticipating something being done, you know what I mean? Or getting a little bit ahead of yourself, right? That kind of thing. A little bit of senioritis, like ready to go. Let's look at what's going on in this Mars position. Oh, look at that. The Ten of Pentacles. That's great. We're going from the Seven of Pentacles, which is very much connected to Venus and Taurus in the 7th house. Okay. Some of you probably wanted a raise that you've been waiting for. Maybe you'll get it. You know, maybe the time has come for that. Or maybe it's kind of like a promotion in some kind of way. It's either a promotion or a raise, right? With the Ten of Pentacles being here in the Mars position. But it also is talking about some of you being passionate about looking for another job, because it is Mercury in Virgo. So it's searching. Mercury is probing, right? Mercury is calculating. Mercury is kind of like getting antsy, okay? A little busybody here, wanting to relax maybe, and maybe free itself from the work, you know, work being done, right? Seven of Pentacles going to the Ten of Pentacles, right? So for some of you, you've learned your lesson, or there's been some kind of karmic debt that has been paid, or karma has actually begun to turn over in the ways that it was destined to do anyway. You know what I mean? Because this Three of Cups talks about something that's emotionally fulfilling that was destined to come, right? That was fated to come, you know, in due time. Okay. And then we also have like the Ten of Pentacles, which is almost like a new seed being planted. You know what I mean? So things are starting to turn over, turn a new leaf. Okay. And with the Ten of Pentacles being Virgo, it's kind of almost like the card that is at the 3rd decan of Virgo, which is getting ready to turn a new leaf, going into that energy of Libra season, but not yet, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like things are closing out here with the Ten of Pentacles being here. So you're about to go into a new season. And with the King of Pentacles being here, this is great. There's a lot of stability going on here with Taurus energy and Virgo. You've got a lot of Taurus and Virgo energy here, which I love. There's a lot of Pentacles, so money is coming in. Money is getting better. It's improving. At first, you were thinking that things were kind of like, where are they? You were trying to figure out where things are. They just need a little more time to stabilize. You know what I mean? All right, so here we go with the Chariot, and the Seven of Pentacles is crossing it, so this is great. You know, whatever you were feeling slowed down with, whatever you felt like was a regression, or whatever you felt like was opposing you, right? It's no longer doing that. The Chariot is moving things forward towards a victory, you know what I mean? There's growth here. And this is also connected to like that energy of you know, Mars. It's like very transformative. So something has really like, I don't know, just, it's like the pulse or the rhythm of something. It's like it's gaining ground, or like you just feel like the energy has pushed you forward, moving you forward. The wheels are turning again in some kind of way. You're finding balance now, you know, in the stride, okay? In the gait, in the momentum, right? There's energy and there's force behind it. We're talking about horsepower. It's like Sagittarius season going into the full moon that happens in Cancer, that happens right after Sagittarius season, you know what I mean? So it's like momentum here, okay? Yes, I love it. Right? Leading, okay? Forward movement, sagittal. So some of you are dealing with Sagittarius here, okay? 1, 2, 3, okay? Or you're feeling that energy. Maybe that part of your chart is being you know, fired up. I believe that Mars is in Sagittarius and Mercury is in Capricorn. Okay, the Strength card is here. Wonderful. I love it. You have the Star card and you have the Strength card. So the Strength card is talking about, you know, being flexible. And it's like when you're being put under pressure, right? How you respond to that pressure, okay? How you keep yourself under control, right? When you're put under pressure. Don't let your emotions get the best of you when you are put on the spot, or when you are, it's not being intimidated either, right? Sometimes it's better to use your head, right? Not letting your passions get the best of you, okay? Your fight or flight response, you know, sometimes the fight response would be reacting, okay? And the flight response would be not reacting, okay? Because not reacting would do a better than reacting to something and causing it to flare up, you know what I mean? So this is like using that part of your strength, strength of the mind, you know what I mean? Patience with yourself and other people. And when your patience is being tested, understand that it is a moment for you to access some other part of yourself, some deeper part of yourself, and to come out the bigger person. You know what I mean? That's what the Strength card talks about to me. And it also talks about flexibility. You know, so sometimes your strength is shown through your flexibility and not just your force. You know what I mean? And that is, you know, using parts of your character or parts of your personality that you don't get to exercise very much, because the Strength card is connected to the heart, and the heart is a muscle. So you're getting a chance to exercise a muscle that you normally wouldn't, and it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of energy to do that, but it is definitely like showing you something, you know? Ten of Wands. Okay, you've been carrying a lot on your shoulders, right? You've been blaming yourself for some things. You've been beating yourself up for the things that you maybe couldn't control, right? Ten of Wands is also saying, like, maybe, you know, let's manage your time a little bit better. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's focus on your strengths, you know? Focus on one goal at a time, right? Take your time. Don't try to do everything all at once. You know what I mean? Focus on the quality of the work rather than the quantity of the work, right? Whatever that means to you, because we're trying to reduce. We're trying to deduce, right? Okay, so we're not making it harder for ourselves. We're actually going to make it efficient, okay? We're going to make it work for us, okay? We're going to make it easier on ourselves, okay? We're gonna take the pressure off of ourselves, right? We're gonna come to some solutions, right? That's what we're doing. We're finding solutions. We're realizing what needs to be done. We're minimizing what hasn't been working for us. We're changing what hasn't been working for us, right? Isn't that what companies do? Or isn't that what people do? It's learned behavior, changing learned behavior, right? That isn't yours. That type of thing. It's just developed over time. You know what I mean? Over stress, okay? Over just being busy. You know what I mean? We just kind of like lose ourselves in the work sometimes. We lose ourselves in the everyday hustle, right? So we're realizing, okay, wait a minute. Let me reduce some of the things that have actually been putting so much pressure on me, right? Ten of Wands. This is Saturn and Sagittarius. This is Saturn being in its 12th house, right? And it also could be Saturn being in its 11th house. So it's connected to friends, you know. Maybe you've been feeling, I don't know, pressure from friends. Maybe you've been feeling, you know, like everybody's putting it on you. You've been feeling the pressure from the holidays, perhaps, because that began in Sagittarius season. It's Saturn. Saturn rules the season of Christmas, which is Capricorn season. You know what I mean? This is Sagittarius. This is wanting to break free from the things that, you know, you felt like have been pushing you down or holding you down. You know what I mean? This is finding your power within your struggle, right? Yes. Love that Ten of Wands energy. Not letting it stop you, honey. Three of Pentacles, work. Okay, so we got the Three of Pentacles at the top of the reading. And this is talking about focusing on your work. You know what I mean? And also like realizing that who you are and what you do is what matters most, right? What other people think and what other people say actually doesn't, because this is a Capricorn card, right? And look, we'll know what they're thinking. They might love it, they might hate it. Doesn't really matter, because look, he's doing it. They probably don't know how to do this. Okay? Honey, please. So this is like, you know, appreciating your craft, right? Appreciating your craftsmanship, right? And what I mean by appreciating your craftsmanship is appreciating what it is that you do and how you do it. You know what I mean? Everything that you have accomplished, right? You know, this is self-value. This is self-mastery. Okay, this is also connected to your goals and your opportunities that come from you focusing on that. Remembering who you are, right? And what you're made of. With this being Capricorn here, you know? Because this is also saying that you yourself are a work of art, just as a work of art that you create, you know? The blessings that you bestow upon other people, you know, that's what your art is. That's what you're capable of doing. That is your magic. That's what you're able to give to other people, right? With this Three of Pentacles being here. And then it corresponded with the Three of Cups. It's definitely talking about the Capricorn and the Cancer energy that's coming up. Capricorn New Moon here, right? Create something new over the Capricorn New Moon. Whatever it is, it could be a poem, it could be a work of art, it could be a verse, it could be, you know, a quilt. You could knit something, crochet, I don't care what it is. It could be what am I saying? It could be, why do I keep thinking kaleidoscope? I don't know, that's a word that I've been thinking of a lot. Why can't I think of that word? Honey, I've been drinking so much coffee, I do not need to have any more. It is too late. A collage, shit. I don't care what it is. Okay, you're gonna be doing it. But create something over the Capricorn New Moon, but also do some spiritual work, some cleansing work, some soul healing work, you know, do some work on your body over the Cancer full moon, you know. Work with the element of water. That would be wonderful. You've overcome a lot of emotional obstacles over time, honey. And some physical ones too. Whatever those things are, you know. Some things have changed. You're starting to make things out, you know. Things are starting to take shape. And that's great. In new shape, right? Like things have been being carved out, but now they're leading to other things, right? With that Six of Swords being here in the external world. Anyway, I just wanted to read some cards for the collective. Let's just pull one Oracle of Threads of Fate Oracle. And then I'm gonna see if I can get to the store quick enough. If not, I'm gonna be sad, but I think that I'll be able to get whatever I need from another store. You know what I mean? Welcome back, guys and girls and people. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you to choose 1, 2, or 3. So it's giving pick a card energy, honey. Pick a card. You guys like my eye? It's glaring though. It's glaring a little bit. Whoa. right, let's see what's going on. If you chose number 1, your card is the Magi. So definitely focusing on your controlled energy, right? Your manifestation. What are you manifesting? What are you focusing on? What is your intention? What is important to you? What is, what is your makeup? Who are you? How do you identify with your creative abilities, what are you passionate about? What is it about you that others don't see that is very special as well? That kind of thing. Okay. And also understanding your power. Hello. I want you to be there with that. Understanding that. Get back in line with it. Reinvigorate yourself. If you chose card number 1. Or stack number 1. Reinvigorate, okay? Nature. Get back in touch with nature. Mother Nature. Pine cones up in here. Okay, so maybe some of you need to work with the energy of pine cone. Get wild if you chose number 2. Taking risks, getting wild. And that means, working with the energy of animals. Maybe pay attention to the animal totems that you're being fed right now. Also, get out of your comfort zone. Don't be perfect because, getting wild doesn't mean perfection. It means just kind of seeing what happened, move instinctually, right? That's what the get wild tells me, move instinctually. Share wisdom, okay? You guys sharing wisdom, get wild, share wisdom, okay? So sharing wisdom is kind of like sharing your magic, right? And when I say magic, I mean the energy that is magical about you that other people can see, that is a part of the wise person that you are. You know what I mean? The things that you have sort of learned and ways that you have cultivated this new version of yourself through all of your experience, Share that through whatever it is that you do. Maybe if you work in corporate or whatever, show that through how you've learned to be a better person. Now you're working with people at work and you're a better person and you're seeing that people are responding to you differently. Whatever it is, if you are someone that has gone through an experience that other people have, maybe it's time for you to get out of your comfort zone and share that or something, and I don't know. But don't be afraid to share what you know because it will help people, Don't be afraid to be a mentor, if you will. Okay, so if you chose stack number 3, patience, so being patient with yourself, being patient with other people, being patient with the process, you know what I mean? And maybe you are, you need to distract yourself with something healthy, you know what I mean? Healthy distractions. Paradox, that means that you're handling life's extremes, you know what I mean? Also just kind of take things as they come, and how you react to them is really how you find the meaning in that situation, right? So the paradox is talking about how you handle the extremes in life, right? You are more than capable of coming up with a solution to a problem, or you are, being tested or challenged to maybe look at a situation from another angle because you have to, because anything is possible and anything that can happen will happen. And understanding that gets you ready for those things that, are unexpected. And also it talks about being ready for any opportunity that presents itself, because anything can definitely happen. Sometimes a blessing doesn't come at an opportune time because it's a blessing. It wasn't being planned. You know what I mean? It was under the surface, but you didn't have anything to do with it. So sometimes you just have to accept those things that, life has to offer to you, right? And some things are unexplainable. You know? Some things are synchronistic. Some things just happen at the right moment. You know, right time, right place. Okay? And, you know, everything isn't linear, you know, with the paradox card. Everything isn't linear. It's funny because it's like a mandala or a compass or something. You know? It's how we navigate ourselves in a world that isn't linear. Right? Because there is no straight line. There's a straight line to a point, but, you know, the likelihood that you're going to go in a straight line is less than likely. You know, life is not a controlled experiment. Right? Or is it? Let's look at it as not being a controlled experiment. Because we don't want you to see your life as being something that you must control at all times, because otherwise you would probably not have any fun. You know? What fun is the controlled life? Right? And also, life is a paradox because it's you're learning from that. Whoa, right? It's volatile out here. Anyway, I'm so happy to join you again and to have you join me. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm Kendrick. Follow me on Instagram, it's NYC Kendrick. And it's also Providence Tarot there. And you can find me on other platforms too. I'll just let you navigate yourself there. Maybe you'll just kind of fall in one day and be like, oh my God, this is where it is. Or whatever, I don't care. Happy holidays, everybody. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.